Greetings, everyone. I'm What Hamster,
And I'm Liquidy Poo again.
and I'm wearing Rathalos armor and got a Rathalos great sword. It's all shiny and red.
And Spiky.
Yeah, very spiky. And also wannabe cat.
Cha-cha.
Yep, he's just standing there, bouncing, nodding his head.
He's a yes man.
He is a yes man. He's the worst kind of yes man. He throws bombs in your face. So this mission here, I kind of wish I didn't do with a great sword. Double Barioth. Oh. Rule 1 about Barioth, they're fast. Rule 2 about Barioth, don't bring slow weapons. Oh.
Joy.
Oh, I think I attempted this like 5 times before I finally got a decent video of it. And by decent, I mean a really long one. I don't ever really use greatswords, so I'm horribly out of practice with greatswords. And B, I kept falling into the pit trap of the pitfall trap, if you will, of don't charge your weapon against these guys, because you're gonna want to go like, all right, I'm gonna try and get the triple charge. 1, 2. Oh, he's gonna move. I better. Oh. All that effort wasted. Yeah. If anything, go for like 1 or 2 charges at the most. Oh, this was. I was starting to get frustrated. I will admit.
Maybe with fast charge.
Maybe with fast charge, or, well, the thing is, I needed to show like all the full sets of armors off and all that. So
Yeah.
or that's the stipulation I gave myself. Try to avoid using the same weapons over and over again, and try to avoid using the same sets of armor unless there really is nothing new to show. Unfortunately, there was all these shiny 5-star armors to show off, so no such luck. And you know what the most annoying part about this mission is? They're both out at the same time, so I think I even got a silver crown in this too. I think that one was a silver crown. So on top of that, I got a silver crown. I think this mission tends to have a very high chance of getting the silver crown. I'm not entirely certain.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Given,
Oh, just smashing that wing.
Oh, yes.
It was worth it. Worth every second of that.
Worth every lost eyebrow.
Unfortunately, I probably could have done better with swinging my greatsword. One of my problems is I misjudge my distance with the greatsword. I always think I have more range than I do. And again, if I want to do more damage, I still have to hit with the base of the blade if I can. So I still have to, the closer I am, the more damage I do.
So you gotta hug monster faces.
Yeah, but you think I have this great big sword, I have lots of range.
You would think physics would demand you hit with the tip of the blade.
Like it does in real life. But on the bright side, I mean, I can still block with my sword in exchange for taking a bit of damage to my sharpness. But as you can see, again, the problem is just really fast monster, not really helping me out anymore. Did break his face though.
Yeah, that was a good catch. I liked that.
Yeah. Unintentional face break. I was just swinging blindly. Hey, I'm not gonna pretend that was planned. Why lie when I don't have to?
I'll pretend it was planned. Good job, Hams.
Oh, thank you, Ed.
You're quite the tactician.
I'm a credit to the Force.
Damn it, Wet Hams, you're a loose cannon.
I know, I blew myself up with bombs.
But you get the job done.
I probably could have gotten a but I don't fight with the great sword enough to know exactly where my openings are. So I end up trading a lot of blows. I got to the point where it's like, you know what, I'm just gonna do regular swings. Well, here's the thing. To start with, I was practicing with a fast charge setup. Because I was like, I'm gonna get the triple charges and stuff. And that's what cool people do. And eventually, then I went to, well, then I'm going to use elemental armor, and then that didn't really work out as I wanted it to. And I went to, you know what? I haven't recorded any of these things yet, but I think I'm going to go with a Rathalos armor just for the raw damage, and then just swing around with no charges at all. Just try to do as much raw damage as I can with as many small hits as I can lay on the monster, because going for charges, oh, it's such a pain. Oh, they're all gonna miss. And again, you could probably go for like triple charges. Hint, hint, I don't know what I'm doing. Here I can go for like a triple charge if I wanted to, but... again, you don't want to see how badly it went with the other takes. One of the times, it took me half an hour to take out one Barioth, and then I just scrapped the recording right there. Because I was like, okay, this took me like 25 to 30 minutes to take down one Barioth. Screw it. Nope. Scrapped. But I do swear, like, this... I'm not going to be spending... Some of this video is spent showing off a weird little glitch I found. But it'll be there when we get to it. I think it's actually not really so much a glitch, so much as it's, I guess, a limitation of the game engine, perhaps. I'm not entirely certain. Chacha, he took one for me. He's a champ.
Part of the Shakalaka Secret Service.
Just jumps in front of a Barioth ice bullet and then takes one for me. What was I gonna say? Lost my train of thought. I hate it. Oh yeah, Dragon's Dogma. Oh yeah, no. Once we're done with commentary in the last few single-player videos, I think I'm going to start daring to try and play Dragon's Dogma.
Different games.
And here's gonna be the scary part. I'm gonna try and not get too absorbed in Dragon's Dogma and try to do daily updates, since then I don't need to do any more commentary.
Oh.
Yeah, just so I can close the thread once all the videos have been posted and everything. Yeah, and it'll be great, and then I can finish off whatever games I'm playing at the time, and Barioth has landed there in the background.
Yeah, there's a second friend there.
I know. But yeah, well, then I think I'm gonna wait with my Death Trap Dungeon Let's Play. I'm gonna wait with it until what's it called? Till I move to the U.S. and I'm doing that soon. I'd hate to start a Let's Play and then halfway through need to go, well, hiatus. I'm moving, so it'll be a while. See you in a few months.
Yeah.
I don't like doing that if I can avoid it. I already did it once because I went to visit family in the U.S. and then I couldn't update. Either way, it'll be good to try it. I hope I can keep daily updates. Other than that, I've been playing woes, and that's been keeping me content for the time being. But, hey, those are pretty good games. They're good action RPGs. They're fun. And they're short and easy to pick up and put down, which is the good part of them. Meaning I can actually remember to post videos.
Synchronized Barioths. Those
Yep.
are...
Double roll. And even synchronize the taunt. Oh man, they are totally in sync.
They're bros. They've been bros for a while.
Yeah, they have, but they'll eventually die. They've been giving me so much grief. And note that the music restarted there because one left. It's kind of part of the glitch that I want to show. In this mission with Double Barioth, the in-game music does really weird things. When they're both in the same area and one leaves, yeah. But that's at the end of the video where I got like the perfect example of it, where they weren't exactly in sync. But I'm not gonna say more about that.
I'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, you're all gonna have to wait and see. I probably could have made it like a bonus video on itself. I considered that, but then I was thinking, no, it's probably better I just put it into the end of this video because it's kind of related. Especially since I had it almost happened the same thing in this video, just now, not too long ago. Again, I don't think killing one Barioth would have been so bad, just because I could have unloaded all my traps and my bombs and all that good stuff on one Barioth and be done with it. Doing two, I kind of need to split my resources, unfortunately.
Yeah, because, taking one of them out really fast would still leave you with one that you have to
do without any help. Essentially, the idea is I waste half my resources in breaking one thing, if I can, or weakening it so I can break it. So then I at least have a little bit better of a chance to, survive. They will still limp a little bit when one wing is broken.
And that's all you need.
I just... It opens, gives me some extra openings. And I desperately need them because, hey, I'm bad at the greatsword. Go figure. Barioth, don't be like that. Oh, I know why he's angry. I'm not gonna say why he's angry. That would be spoiling. But they're gonna have to wait to get what we're talking about until they see more multiplayer videos, which will be after I'm done posting 6-star stuff. Then it'll be multiplayer only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I figured I'd just post all the single-player stuff first, because, well, might as well. Or else I'll just kind of forget about all the single-player stuff. And then I'll be like, oh, right, I need to post all the single-player stuff, and then I post at the very end. Yeah, I kind of want to avoid that, so focusing on one thing and then focusing on the other. Oh no, Barioth, no.
Oh, that was another very good, very planned catch to the face there.
Yeah, that's a completely planned, attack him in the face. I still like, being able to block. I think that's like the feature of the greatsword that a lot of people forget about or underestimate, that they can block with it.
And it's actually a pretty good saving grace.
Yeah. Oh, and they're both here now.
Oh no.
I don't want them to both be here. Bad idea. And then there's lots of bad touching involved, and I don't like that. It kind of hurts. Oh, that wing, I want it broken, but it won't break. Oh.
I am far too accustomed to the target camera in 3U. I keep expecting you to just instantly snap it back to the Barioth.
I always forget about the target camera in Tri-Ultimate, to be honest. I always just do it manually because that's what I'm used to.
It's actually really, really handy. I really like it.
It is super handy. It's really great when you're fighting fast monsters that will or something like Ignactor, who will like just essentially dig, and when he does his sort of like diving thing from the lava, his bullshit move, as I like to call it.
Yeah.
Because he can. Then you're like turning your camera behind you, and then he goes behind you, and then you turn your camera to behind you, and quickly you get to a point where you can't keep up, and you just kind of have to guess where he's going to go. And that's when you start getting hit.
And that's no fun.
Oh, and the music reset again. And the music reset again.
That is some weird stuff.
Yeah. Music in this particular mission, even in multiplayer, the multiplayer version of this mission is really weird. I don't know how to explain it. I still gotta get around to playing more Monster Hunter Trial tonight. I still wanna beat what's his face. Can you remember the final boss of multiplayer?
Oh, Dire Morales?
Yeah, Dire Morales. Keep forgetting his name for some reason. But yeah, I still gotta beat him. And then
Same here.
And then I gotta get around to also beating all the rare subspecies. Once I've beat Dire Morales and round Hunter rank. Yeah, so apparently something I didn't know about Monster Hunter Ultimate is that you actually got, once you got past like Dire Morales, then you start gaining Hunter rank points like you do in Tri's multiplayer.
Yeah, it's a very strange thing. You actually accumulate points before that, you just don't see it.
Mm-hmm.
Once you beat Dire Morales, you just kind of shoot up to where you're supposed to be.
Also, he's limpy and he can be captured. That's one of the downsides of this armor set that I've made. I don't have Capture Guru anymore. So I probably could have been able to capture him for a while now, I just wasn't able to see it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I hate it when I can't see when they could be captured. Especially when I'm recording it, because, cut off 5 minutes from the fight, that's great. It's perfect.
Very handy. Very good stuff.
Yeah, no, I was just wondering why they didn't go with, like, the rank up system from Tri's multiplayer? If, essentially, when you reach the end of multiplayer, then they put in the rank up system. Just kind of wondering why their choice was like that.
I actually like it better in 3U, since in Tri, if you took care of all your key quests, you would still probably have Hunter rank points to grind before you even had your urgent.
Well, yeah, but that way you can also say, well, you're still going to be trying to get gear too, so I guess if it's good if you want to sort of speed run, but I also like to fight monsters and just get my gear too. So maybe that's just me. I don't know. I just like getting my gear, man. I like grinding for my gear. It's good to put the smooth skin of a baby Barioth on your own skin.
I don't know. It's just that I seem to recall having found a decent set of armor, something I wanted to stick with for a little bit, and I always managed to get just enough pieces to upgrade whatever weapon I'm working with at the time. So taking care of the key quests would just leave me going, well, I kind of need to find something to do until I can.
Well, grind for weapons. Weapons are pretty important to have.
Yeah. I don't know, I just got really lucky with my drops, I guess, because I always got the stuff I needed from the first 1 or 2 fights.
Yeah. No, I'm never that lucky, so I usually have to go back like 5 or 6 times minimum and if there's a rare part I'm looking for, people, I don't need to repeat the stories. The stories they're full of pain and misery, and Monster Hunter hates me. RNG.
I'm dealing with that right now, and Rathalos mantles. Ugh.
Yeah, I haven't had any problems with that. But then again, I don't need any of them, so the game is just giving them to me like candy. It's always the things you don't need that the game gives you.
Yeah, it's just shitting them out at you one after the other. Kind of like how I got all of those Uragon rubies and palliums while you were...
I hate you for that. But luckily, it didn't take me that long to get the rubies and palliums for the G rank set. Like, once I got my rubies and palliums, I still just needed regular scales. The game, on the other hand, the game, like, okay, here's your palliums and whatever. Now you need to make one piece of gear. Right, you need one piece of the full set of G-rank Uragan armor. Alright, we're gonna have you go through 10 missions before you get all the scales you need, because we hate you. I find it funny though that they changed the name for the scales. Like in Free to Be Night, G-rank scales were, I believe, thick scales, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But here in Tri-Ultimate, it's called shards. That doesn't make sense.
In comparison to thick scales, no, definitely not.
Why would I want a shard of a scale or something? I don't know. It's just kind of weird localization, I guess. Or as I like to call them the shards. Because I am a child. I am a man-child, and I like my potty jokes. I am 5 years.
That is a problem we both have.
Yeah. Especially, with you as more apparent with that name. How did you come up with that name, anyways?
It's the result of kind of like a stupid little inside joke with my older brother. He, I had to go with him to the bank one time when I was 12, and yeah, this username is that old.
Oh.
It's...
Well, mine's
it's
also...
Yeah, my username is like 10, 12 years old, something like that.
Yeah, mine's all the way back to the days where Duke 3D was brand new. Well, the reason for Wet Hamster was because me and my friends were totally going to play some LAN gaming, because that's what you did back in the days. You played LAN. That was the cool shit back then. And we were going to do some deathmatch, and it was going to be great. And everybody was making names, and I was like, okay, I got to think of a name. Well, what do I want? Okay, what are people calling themselves? Oh, they're just choosing two random words and putting them together, making nonsensical names. All right, well, 2 random words, wet hamster, there we go. Later on, as I grew up, I stuck with it, but I also learned the terrible truth about calling things wet. So many terrible jokes. Oh, at my own expense. Oh, I made myself sad. It's a far less interesting story than it actually is. Again, people were calling them... It was just a naming thing in Denmark where you called yourself two random words put together, like hat and glasses, nose cheese, or, just two utterly random, nonsensical words. Mm-hmm. Makes no sense when you put them together. That's how you made your name. Some people stuck with them, some people didn't. I chose to stick with my name because, I don't know, everybody knows me as Wet Hamster, so it'd be a little confusing to change my username every 2 months because I gotta update it to be cool. Like, XXX Sephiroth XXX1257. Oh, so many bad Sephiroth and Cloud names in Final Fantasy XI. Oh, I hated it.
And then, you get all these FPS people with names like Weed, Goku, 420, Sniper, XX.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. Just do what I did. Be cool. Put two random words together. Makes no sense, and people are gonna be really confused about it.
Or do what I did and steal your username. Because, what happened was I was in the car with my brother, and he used to like doing little improv songs just for no specific reason. The only part I remember is him singing about trying to fart, but oh no, it was liquidy poo, and I thought that was really, really funny.
The innocence of youth.
And thusly I stole it. The origin of my username is a song about a shard.
Oh no. Me incidentally talking about sharks has led to the conversation of revealing that your username is about sharks. Wonderful.
No. It was you asking how I got this username.
Well, yeah, but no, it's just, I didn't even know that, so it's just, oh no. Oh no. It
Awesome
all makes
little
sense.
connection.
I had not expected that was actually literally the connection. Oh well, now we know a little bit more about liquidy poo.
That's more than you wanted to know. Oh no.
Oh, for sure. I'm chasing that Barioth down. He wants to wants to munch his popos, but I'm not gonna let him. I want to chop him. I want to chop him good. Just
look at him pulling a little switcheroo there. I thought he was going to 1.
I thought he was going to 1 too, but he wasn't. Apparently the popos are here. I'm gonna chop him. Oh, chop him. Just swing all day long. At least they're stopping for me. Oh hey. Man, cats are violent. Maylings broke literally a leg on just snap. Now it's
did not even see that.
No, I couldn't see it either, but that's the only thing that could have attacked him there. Because popos don't attack. And if it was a Banabra, holy... Well, it's either Banabra or it's a Maylings.
I'm gonna go with Maylings.
Yeah. I want to believe at least those little bastards can be useful for something. Other than stealing your items.
It was all a distraction because the other one took your paintball right afterwards.
Well, at that
that was
point,
their intention.
At that point, I would have to say, well played, Maylings, well played, because there was so many openings there, I wasn't going to stop swinging for nothing. Speed combo, something I miss in Tri-Ultimate. Oh, I miss... Oh, speed combos, why did you remove them? They were so good to me.
They didn't remove them, they just made them harder to access if you don't like using the gamepad.
I know.
Me, I like the gamepad, so
I don't really use the gamepad for anything, so the only thing I use it for is like a quick button to ping with, so that's really it.
No, yeah, I have the I have the ping buttons there. I like the ping buttons.
The ping buttons are good for when you have buddies and you don't want them to go chop at monsters when you're trying to put a trap down.
And initially I tried customizing it and putting extra stuff down there, but then I realized they don't allow you to have things both on screen and on the gamepad at the same time.
Yeah, I know.
That annoys me.
That also annoys me, but who knows? Maybe they will patch in the game with more customizability. Probably not, though.
Like, call me crazy, but I wanted to have the map on both the gamepad and the TV, because, well, why not?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I was also thinking about things like that, just kind of curious if I could do that, because it could be handy. But then I just defaulted to the default setup of the gamepad, because it essentially has everything you're going to use.
Yeah.
Uh,
Like, I don't know, like maybe on screen I could have a zoomed in section of the map and then I could use the gamepad for the full map.
yeah. But since they don't allow you to do that, then there's not really any reason.
And I have no idea how those crazy people deal with putting their health bar on the gamepad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Honestly, for recording purposes, it would look really nice to have a clean recording by just removing the UI and putting it down on the gamepad. That makes sense. That's really cool for recording purposes. But the problem is again the biggest problem with the tablet is, if you're going to use the tablet and the TV screen at the same time, your attention's going to be split between them. You're always going to be looking up and down, and that's bad when you need like the twitch reflexes on some monsters and being ready to dodge at the right time so you don't get mauled.
So you don't get smushed.
Yeah, so you don't get Megiddo flared. That's what I'm calling his super mega nuke attack, Dire Morales.
I was about to say, that sounded like an official move name.
No, but I'm calling it that because his weapons are called Megiddo something, right?
Right.
It kind of looks like Bahamut Flare from Final Fantasy games that he does. So, it kind of looks like a Mega Flare. So, Megiddo Flare? I don't know, that's what I'm calling it.
I don't know, I just called it a nuke.
Yeah, it is essentially a nuke. But yeah.
And you can shield block it!
Yup. Also, Silver Crown, told you.
Yep.
Always unfortunate to get those Silver Crowns because it takes so much longer. So this is like the bonus part. I want you to listen. I want you to listen to the music. Listen to that sweet echo. Essentially, in this mission, for some reason, the reason why the music is very funky is because whenever music starts playing for a Barioth, well, it does weird things. So if two Barioth shows up, it'll try to play music for both Barioths, but one will, if like one Barioth shows up eventually, sooner or later in the level, it's just gonna, it's just gonna play one of the tracks. But for some reason, in this lair, if you jump in and you get their attention roughly the same time, it'll just play two versions of the same music at the same time, and it'll just have this sort of echoey effect. And it's just kind of silly and weird. And you can see I'm using a completely different sort of setup. I'm using a fast charge type setup with my armor. Well, no, not fast charge. What's it called? Unsheathing.
Oh yeah.
Little setup with this. Because I was thinking, yeah, critical attacks would be awesome because I'm going to be doing lots of charging.
Yeah, crit draw.
No, not in this fight. This fight, they're too fast to do crit draws. Because I'm not going to be using charging. Or else they'll never hit. Well, I guess unless I know their attack pattern intimately, and I know how to essentially be one of those people who use great swords, where they're like, yeah, he's charging up for a jump. I'm gonna stand over here and I'm gonna start charging my weapon, and as he jumps by me, I'm gonna let go and get a triple charge. I'm not one of those people who do that.
And then you're gonna edit together a compilation video and have a really loud audio clip of someone yelling, "Gotcha, bitch!" with every hit.
No. No, I'm not that obnoxious.
Like, I like the concept of those videos. They're kind of amusing, but audio balance.
Yeah. Also, it gets old fast.
Yeah.
But I'm not that good with the greatsword. I'm more of a lance man. I use the lance a lot more, so give me a lance and I can chump Barry. No problem. give me a great sword, and I'm probably gonna struggle getting through the fights because I'm bad at great sword. I just like the echoing music for some reason.
I should probably give greatsword a try.
I give it a try every now and then, but then I fail horribly at it, and I realize this is not what I like to use.
Yeah, I'm planted firmly in the gunlance, dual blades, sometimes hammer, sometimes switch axe camp.
I mostly stick to lances, but occasionally I'll branch out and use a little of this or a little of that. Though for Tri-Ultimate, I've mainly just been sticking to the gun lance because it's actually good now.
So good.
So very good. And, well, you know, and plus I love the concept of it. I love the concept so much. Oh! It's a boomstick with a pointy bit at the end.
There will never be enough recordings of us praising the gun lances.
For Tri-Ultimate.
Yeah.
Hammer's great too. Don't get me wrong, I love Hammer. No.